Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Streams. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N1 list today. As always, if you see a new kanji, we're going to go over its radicals and come up with a way to remember it based on them. Go over its readings, its meanings, and we're going to write those down 10 times while saying them out loud. And if we see a new word but it's made a kanji we already know, we're just going to go over the meanings of the two kanji and how they come together to make our new word. I forgot to write out the definition of this one because this one's new too. If you don't want to listen to me write these out and say them out loud while I go over them, head on over to YouTube and you can just skip ahead to all the kind of explanations. And if you just want these word lists, head on over to the Google Drive. All these links are in Steam, and I think they're on YouTube as well. Our first word of the day is mejirushi. Me on the left side for an eye, and jirushi on the right side for an impression. Something that makes an impression in your sight or eye is a mark, sign, landmark, or benchmark. Mejirushi. Mejirushi is a sign, mark, landmark, or benchmark. Mejirushi. Mejirushi. Number 2 is a soku baku. Soku on the left side for a bundle, and baku on the right side for to tie up or bind up. So a soku baku is a tying up or restraining, a restriction, a restraint, shackles, binding, or confinement with a rope. Literally to tie up into a bundle. Soku baku is a restraint or a restriction. Soku baku. Sokubaku is a restraint, restriction, tying up or binding with rope. Sokubaku. Sokubaku. Sokubaku desu. Sokubaku. Number 3 is seijuku. Sei on the left side for to be complete or done, and juku on the right side for mellow, ripen, or mature. So becoming mature is maturity and ripeness. Seijuku. Seijuku is becoming mature or ripeness. Seijuku is mature or ripeness. Seijuku is mature or ripeness. Seijuku. Seijuku desu. Number 4 is a saigai. Sai on the left side for a disaster or a calamity, and gai on the right side for harm or injury. Some saigai is some injury or harm that comes from a disaster. Saigai is calamity, disaster, or misfortune. Saigai is calamity, disaster, or misfortune. Saigai. Saigai is calamity, disaster, or misfortune. Number 5 is dozen. Do on the left side for the same, and zen on the right side for that sort of thing. So this is the same sort of thing, meaning similar to, same, right, proper, just, or natural. Dozen is the same sort of thing, literally. Dozen is the same sort of thing, similar to. Dozen is the same sort of thing or similar to. Dozen is the same sort of thing or similar to. Number 6 is haichi. Ha on the left side for to distribute to, and hai on the left side and chi on the right side for to place or to put down. So to distribute to some place is to put it into an arrangement, a deployment. I like that word is kind of the closest. Configuration is close, stationing is very close. So haichi is distributing to some location. Haichi is distributing to a post or some configuration. Haichi is deployment. Haichi. Let me double check how this second one's written. It's been a while. Haichi is distribution to a placement or deployment. Haichi. Haichi desu is deployment or stationing, configuration or layout. Haichi. Number 7 is taiji. Tai on the left side, I think, is to retire or to retreat. Tai on the left side for retire or retreat, and ji on the right side for to reign, to be at peace, or to subdue. So this is to subdue into retirement or kind of resignation. Extermination or eradication of something is to subdue it into retirement. It can also mean a curing of an illness. You're exterminating or eradicating the illness itself. Taiji is eradication or elimination. Taiji. Taiji is extermination or eradication. Taiji is extermination or eradication. Taiji. Number 8 is haruka. Haruka is an adjective for far or far away. Not close, far away, distant, and remote. Sorry, this is a noun. Far off. Usually written using kana alone. Haruka. Haruka is a noun for far or far away. Haruka. No kanji to remember here, just the word haruka in katakana and hiragana. Haruka is far away. Haruka. Number 9 is a kokoro e, or a benefit to the heart or mind in this case. Knowledge, understanding, rules, or a guideline is a kokoro e. Some benefit of knowledge in your mind. Kokoro e. Kokoro e is some knowledge or understanding or a rule that you know. Kokoro e. kokoroe. Kokoroe. Number 10 is kiso. This is our intransitive verb for competing, contending, vying, or contesting for something. Kiso, with our kanji for competing. Kiso is competing, vying for, or contesting. Kiso. Kiso is competing and vying for. Kiso is competing or vying for. Intransitive verb, competing or vying for. Kiso. Kiso desu. Number 11 is a kessho. Ketsu on the left side for a binding or a contract or joining together, a conglomerate, if you will. Ketsu on the left side, plus sho, our new word for sparkle, clear, or crystal, with 3 suns, much like the sparkling on a lake would do, or any kind of water. There's more than one spot where the water's glinting off, so that's a sparkle. Sho is a sparkle. Together with ketsu, we have a joining or kind of a conglomeration of sparkles, which is a crystal or crystallization. Kessho suru is crystallization. It can also be the fruits of one's labor, the conglomeration of shiny things that you've accumulated through your later labor. Kessho is crystal, crystallization, or fruits of labor. Kessho. Kessho desu. Kessho. Kessho is a contract or joining of sparkles or a crystal. Kessho. And finally, number 12 is a kyoretsu. Kyoretsu is our adjective for strong, intense, or severe. Kyoretsu na. This is a na adjective. Kyo on the left side for strong, and retsu on the right side is our new kanji for ardent, violent, vehement, furious, or extreme, with the radicals for a line over a radical for fire. So the line of fire is violent, and you must not approach it. The line of fire. Hageshi. Hageshi kind of means, it also means violent. This is our E adjective for violent or furious. It can also be pronounced retsu as in kyoretsu. Kyoretsu no retsu is ardent, violent, or intense and furious. Kyoretsu no retsu. Retsu is also the way you pronounce a normal line or a Q. So, retsu. Like if that top radical, which is actually just a kanji, was on its own, it would also be pronounced retsu for a line. The line of fire is ardent, violent, or furious. Kyoretsu no retsu. Kyoretsu no retsu is ardent or violent. And to be strongly violent is kyoretsu. Kyoretsu is violent, strong, or intense. Kyoretsu. Let's go back to the top, make sure we've got this all memorized for right now. It's not memorized, we've really just put little stickers on our brain for where the memorization is going to go, but I like having that anyway. Our first word of the day was mejirushi. Me on the left side for sight, and jirushi on the right side for impression, is a mark, landmark, or benchmark. A restraint or a restriction is a soku baku. Soku on the left side for a bundle, and baku on the right side for to tie up or bind. Soku baku. Maturity or ripeness is seijuku. Mijuku is not ripe, and seijuku is becoming ripe or to become ripe, maturity or ripeness. A calamity, disaster, or a misfortune is saigai, with our kanji for a calamity on the left, sai, plus gai on the right side for harm or injury. Saigai is a calamity, disaster, or misfortune. Similar to the same, right, or proper is dozen, do on the left side for the same, and zen on the right side for seeming like, looking like, or being like. About. Dozen is similar. An arrangement, deployment, stationing, posting, or configuration is a haichi, height on the left side for to distribute to, and chi on the right side, a placement. Haichi is deployment or stationing. Extermination, eradication, or curing an illness is taiji, tai on the left side is retirement or resignation, and ji on the right side for subduing or ruling. Taiji is to subdue an illness or something into retirement or resignation. Far away, distant, remote, or far off. This is our noun haruka. No kanji, just haruka in hiragana. There are kanji for it, but we're not going to go over it right now. Our next word is knowledge or understanding, rules or a guideline, or something that you have learned or earned in your mind. A kokoroe is an understanding. To compete, to contend, to vie, or to contest for something in a very intransitive way is kiso. Kiso, ki, so, with our kanji for contesting or competing. A crystal or crystallization is a kessho. Ketsu on the left side for joining or contacting, and sho on the right side for sparkling. Kessho is a sparkling conglomeration of things or the fruits of your labor. And finally, kyoretsu is kyo on the left side for strong, plus retsu on the right side for the line of fire that is violent, ardent, or furious and extreme. Strong, intense, or severe is kyoretsu. Thanks for watching tonight, everyone. I hope you had a good Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. じゃあねー。